Rah, 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 rah. Rah. I'm currently 32 weeks and 6 days pregnant, which means I have another day and I'm going to be 33 weeks pregnant, which is moderately terrifying. So this is actually just a weekly update as opposed to me normally like squishing 2 weeks together. So I'm going to speak about the past week and, you know, all of that stuff. Yeah, I am super tired, super tired. A lot of people have been saying to me, oh, you're in the home stretch now. And I was just kind of like, yeah, I suppose I am getting pretty close now. But now I really do feel like I am in the home stretch as opposed to my body. I am so tired, like I am unbelievably tired, and it's just knackering really, doing even the smallest things like hanging up my coat or hanging up towels and things. If it involves going on my tippy toes, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to be on my tippy toes. And even right now, like, she's moving a lot. And they say that the movements tend to slow down a little bit around this time, but I feel like she's been moving more. And she's also been really strong with her movements. So like at night time when I've been trying to go to sleep or whatever, she's just kind of like, I'm awake now. And I know it's really awesome to have like an active baby, but it's kind of got to the point where I need to try and get used to these strong, powerful movements because they're keeping me awake now, which means less sleep. And I find that once she kind of settles a little bit, I need to get up to pee. I also feel like she may have possibly dropped. Like I know she's been head down for a little while now because at all my appointments they've told me that she's head down, but I do feel like she's dropped now. I feel like walking, there's a lot of pressure on my bladder, like a lot of pressure on my bladder. Like I've been checked for bladder infections and things like that, so I know I've not got a bladder infection, but it just feels like I really do feel really heavily pregnant now. It's crazy. It's really hard to explain. Another really weird thing for me to mention is the fact that I kind of think I can feel her hands and her elbows. And it sounds really strange, but sometimes it kind of feels like she's trying to like put her hands in pockets that don't exist inside my body. I'll feel these little tugging sensations that kind of feel like hands, and it's kind of like, are they hands? And then I'll feel like an elbow and she sticks her bum up a lot and her spine and stuff. My belly just kind of goes whoop, and I'll insert a little bit of footage that I got, like, I think it was probably about a week and a half ago or maybe 2 weeks ago now. So I probably should have inserted it into the last pregnancy vlog, but I'll insert some footage that I managed to capture of her sticking her arse up, and I was just kind of like, whoa. And I think in the video I'm just kind of like, oh my god, or something along those lines, because I was shocked. Because normally she goes all camera shy when I try and record her moving. I managed to capture this and I put it on Instagram and everyone was like, that's so weird. That kind of reminds me of Alien. And it shocked me too, and it's the strangest thing, and it's fascinating and it's like amazing in a way, but it's also terrifying. Kind of weird. It's kind of like so strange to know that I have like this fully formed person living inside of me and peeing like inside of me at all times, and it's just so weird. What are you doing? Whoa! Oh my god. But I just feel as though I'm knackered now, and I feel like she is taking a lot of my energy resources, and if I don't eat like every couple of hours or stay hydrated, it really does affect me. It makes me feel dizzy, it makes me feel really lethargic, and I've been feeling really lethargic no matter what I do really at the moment. Bending down to like change the bin or like making my bed and just like little tasks like washing the dishes and all of these things that normally don't really faze me are actually taking it out of me, which is just not fun. And I've noticed that I've slowed down a lot, like even more so when it comes to walking. Niall will just be walking and I'll be like, slow down, I can't keep up with you anymore. And in a way it's kind of a little bit depressing because I'm just kind of like, I want to keep up with you and I can't. Boo. So I'd say that I'm definitely feeling extra pregnant now. I'm so knackered. You can probably tell in this video I'm so tired. It just feels as though I've been hit with this wave of exhaustion now. I'm trying to think what else I've got to talk about. I had my whooping cough jab and it hurt like a motherfucker. Not while it was being done. That's what she said. Oh my god. Carry on talking, Jess. It hurt so much. Like, not even the process of it getting done. Like, I was like, whoa, that's over already. The injection itself was like a pinch, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, I didn't even feel like she was putting anything inside of me. That's what she said. She's done it again. Afterwards, like, I couldn't sleep on that side of my body, and at the same time I've been tossing and turning at night, so it was just like, ow. And then if I lied on the other side and then Athena wasn't comfortable, it was like, ow. I feel like Athena's controlling what side I sleep on at the moment. And with the whooping cough injection site being over here, it was just like, that's not an option. But the baby was like, that is an option. You will suffer. so I'm comfortable. I'm definitely glad that I had the injection done because, you know, her safety over like my uncomfortable like achy arm for a few days, obviously. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, someone could have warned me. Nobody warned me that whooping cough injection was going to hurt like a motherfucker. So any of you pregnant girls out there, you know, if you're going to have a whooping cough injection, be prepared to get it on like the arm you don't sleep on. If that's a possibility, that's what I can advise you. It's a good idea. I wish someone would have told me that. But then again, with the tossing and the turning, it would have kind of just been like fail, fail. I also had a midwife appointment this week and I went there and it was a little bit more than I expected. I expected to go in there and, you know, talk to her for a little bit about how I've been doing, you know, her just to be like, yeah, normal, measure the baby, test my urine, do all of that crap. And instead she measured the baby and said that she was measuring under. So then I started to panic a little bit and she was like, maybe we should get the hospital to check. So she measured the baby with her hands and just said, yeah, she's measuring smaller than she should be. And then I was also losing a little bit of fluid, which I just thought was pregnancy discharge. TMI, I know. TMI, I just thought it was normal. They were like, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. So I was like, what? And they were like, there's a possibility your water might have broken slightly. You know, you might be leaking amniotic fluid. We should probably get you checked out by the hospital. And I was just kind of like, I beg your pardon. Everything that I'd read on the internet in conjunction with everything that I'd spoken to like doctors about and all of the medical people that know what they're doing had told me that everything was normal and everything was fine and she was the right size for this, that, this, blah, blah, blah. So I had no like impression that anything could possibly be wrong. So I was just kind of like, no. So then like an hour later I was at the hospital and I was at the hospital alone for a little bit at first because Niall was at work and I was just really like sad because I wanted my yaya to be there and my yaya wasn't there. It was like meh, and I had no one there and I was just really worried about baby and it wasn't nice and it wasn't a fun experience. Then Niall's mum came and she chilled with me for a little bit, which made me feel a little bit better because it's not nice to be alone in those situations, especially when you're worried. Long story short, I had to have one of those things done where they take swabs and they like, you know, open your legs and they look inside your hoo-ha and like with the microscope and, you know, and the big SLR and like, you know, lights, camera, action, 2-stage lights and, you know, 5 people writing things down, recording things, recording a video for YouTube. Okay, maybe not that many different things, but it kind of feels like that when there's 3 people looking at your hoo-ha and a massive light. It's the weirdest, most uncomfortable thing ever. But yeah, pretty sure more people are going to be looking down there when I'm giving birth, so whatever. So after that ordeal of being checked out, I was hooked up to the monitor for a little bit. Baby's heartbeat was fine. So while I was there, they remeasured baby and baby was absolutely fine. She's exactly the right size that she should be. And I was like, oh, but why did the midwife tell me this? And she was like, oh, sometimes midwives get it wrong. And it's kind of like, you made me worry about my baby. That was moderately annoying, but it's better to be safe than sorry. She was measuring okay, and then we found out, long story short, that the whole discharge thing, you know, turns out I'm fine. It was a kind of a case of, oh yeah, blah, 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 it's this, you'll be fine, blah, 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 blah. It's not your waters, they haven't broken, you're going to be okay. What else have I got to say? Do, 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 do. Niall says that I do that a lot. Do, do, do. That's it. That's what I've remembered. We had a tour of the maternity unit. Upstairs they've got a birthing suite and downstairs they've got like, you know, wards and like where you go if you have like a complicated pregnancy or you have an epidural. Epidural? Is that how you say it? Epidural? Is it epidural? Epidural or epidural? Epidural? I don't know. But if you have one of those, you have to be downstairs, and they showed us that they have this big bath downstairs and they've got this bath upstairs. And when we saw the birthing suite upstairs, it's where you go if you've had no complications. Like, you can do a little bit of stitching and stuff up there. It's where you go if you're having a little bit of pain relief but not like the full works. All the rooms in the birthing suite are really nice. It's kind of like a bit of a hotel, and they've got this big bath and this beautiful ceiling with lights and like music, and it just, oh, it's like giving birth in a spa. And I really want to give birth there, but I have a funny feeling it's just not going to happen. Like, I haven't got a birthing plan because I just know that it's probably not going to happen. In my head, I'm going to make a playlist full of the music that I'd like, you know, to calm me down, like, so calming playlist, and then like maybe a pushing playlist, maybe something a little bit motivational to kind of get me through, you know, the pushing process. So I'm going to make a music playlist for when I give birth, but at the same time, I have no idea how it's going to go down. I'm not going to make a birthing plan because I know full well that most of the time you get to the hospital and the birthing plan goes out the window. So my ideal birth would be a water birth with music and my partner in the room with the pretty lights. But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, you know, so whatever, it all depends what happens. Because if you have an epidural, I can't say it. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me know down below. I don't know if it's an accent thing, if people pronounce it differently in different places. It looks like it's spelled epidural, but I have a funny feeling it's epidural. But yeah, it was really nice to have a little look around and stuff, and I was amazed at how hotel-like it was upstairs in comparison to how clinical it was downstairs. But I really, really liked the look of both of them, so I'll happily give birth in either part of the hospital because it's just a lot nicer than the hospital that, like, you know, screwed me over, that I'm currently in the process of suing, so obviously not having my baby there. So there was that. What else is there to say? Oh, the bus journey back from that was hell because it's gone over loads of bumps, and I feel as though now she's dropped, because I feel like she's dropped. I don't know if she definitely has dropped, I just know she's head down. There's a lot of pressure down there, and any kind of sudden knocks or movements are just not nice. So imagine being on the back of a full bus, being absolutely knackered because you've been on your feet for a few hours, and then the bus just being like bump, bump. I think people take for granted, you know, like cars in general. Like if you have a car or you have a partner that drives, you definitely take that for granted. Imagine being 8 months pregnant and stuck on a bus. It's not nice. Not nice at all. I've also noticed that my feet hurt a lot more now when I'm walking, and I'm starting to do a pregnancy waddle. I said that the waddle was coming, but I think that the waddle is definitely here now. Like, you know, I just feel very waddly, if that makes sense. I had a little bit of an emotional week. Mentally, a very, very, very exhausting week where I kind of wanted to give up on everything. I felt very negative towards everything around me and a lot of the people around me as well. I just kind of felt really shitty, and I kind of felt like I was spiraling a bit downwards. So I felt like I didn't really want to communicate with anybody. I just felt exhausted physically, mentally, and emotionally, basically. So I tried my best to kind of just push through that, but it was really hard. I was feeling a little bit anxious about everything, and at the same time I was just kind of feeling like I want everything done. I really want to nest. I just want to, you know, set up all of these things. I want to have like a nursery. I want to do all of this crap, and at the same time I'm like, but no, I'm looking for houses and I'm exhausted and I've got all of this crap to do and this crap to do, and all I want to do is, like, you know, nest. And I feel like I have no energy, and I also don't have a room for a nursery at the moment because I am still in this house. Another really annoying thing to mention as well is that I had to start looking into restraining orders too, which you don't want to do in your third trimester at all. So I'm gonna have to wait till after I give birth. Hopefully I won't give birth too early because of all the stress that keeps being put on me, which sucks. I do feel like I'm fighting a bit of an up and down battle at the moment, but I'm just pushing through, and whenever I feel a little bit shitty I just look at that scan video I uploaded, which, thank you for all of the beautiful comments, by the way. Like, a lot of you have put really nice comments on that video. I love that video. Every time I look at it I just feel so happy and blessed. So that's kind of what gets me through. I just look at that video and I just feel, it gets me emotionally every time, makes me feel good. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys a bump shot and then I'm going to go. Here we have the bump. I'm actually majorly shocked that quite a few of my clothes still fit me when I'm this far gone. It's crazy. Like, this top, you probably recognise it from other videos, but it's definitely come in handy. Got a really nice letter from Caitlin Woods. I hope it's okay that I said your name, your full name on the YouTube. And she sent me this really, really cute package too with baby things in it. So even though I'm hunched over and I'm not sat down any longer, I just wanted to say thank you so, so much. And I'm going to zoom in on the goodies that you got me now. Thank you so, 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 so much. I really appreciate it. How cute is this? It is so, so cute. Look at the feeties. Look at the feeties. How cute are those feeties? Oh, it's so nice. So cute, and it's so soft. I think I spent a good like 10 minutes just stroking my face with this because I was just like, this is the cutest thing ever. She also sent me this really, really cute wash mitt and some cute socks with crabs on them. You can also never have enough bodysuits, so I really appreciate that. You can never have enough scratch mitts either, so I really do appreciate that. And these pants are so cute. I actually have a pair really similar to this, so we can be matching. So it's really, really thoughtful and nice of you to send me these. I really do appreciate it. Also, super cute. I showed this to Niall and Niall was like, it should say just as cute as my dad because she doesn't look like you, she only looks like me. But so I'd like to say thanks to Caitlin for sending me these goodies. It's really, really nice of you. I've had quite a few of you guys actually ask me, you know, what address to send things to if you did want to send anything. Obviously I'm not asking you guys to send me anything, but if you do want to send me anything, what I've always done is I've just given out an address via private messaging on my Facebook fan page. So yeah, that rabbit. So cute. Look at its ears. I love its flowery ears.